is Major Brad Koch, and I currently, my full-time job is I oversee our Lab and Evidence Bureau, but I have also been moonlighting for the past year and a half in preparation for the President's Cup, which is a major international event coming to the city of Charlotte next week. Just wanted to take a few moments today to talk about the potential impact in and around the Queen City, specifically down in the south part of the county, as well as encourage our guests to utilize all social media potential when coming out to the event. Now, the President's Cup started in 1994, and Charlotte in 2015 was awarded the 14th edition of the President's Cup, which, as I said, starts next week. We have a number of dignitaries as well as guests coming from not only different parts of our country, but also from all around the world, coming to the Queen City to experience all that we have to offer. And I encourage people to utilize grace and courtesy and hospitality when residents are asking for directions, and also be cognizant of potential road closures that we are going to have. Specifically around Glen Eagles Road will be closed all week next week, starting on Tuesday morning at 6 a.m., opening late in the evening. Essentially 2 hours before gates open every single day, the road will be closed. Now, that will have obviously impacts in and around Glen Eagles, but also on Park Road and Quail Hollow, in and around the South Park area, all the way down to the Ballantyne area. We do expect a large number of people to take rideshare to the course, and so certainly we have the potential to have individuals who are taking ride shares to be from out of town and not necessarily familiar. We do encourage all individuals taking ride share to enter off Quail Hollow Road, where you will be dropped across from the course. But we also do have several different sites where individuals can park and take shuttles to the course, where they will be dropped off right at the course. Now, we have worked on this tournament for, it seems like forever, but it's been about 18 months, and we are ready and prepared. We have worked with our other city partners, CDOT, as well as CATS. We do encourage individuals who are coming to the tournament who might not have purchased a parking pass to know that you do need to buy a parking pass to park at one of the satellite lots, but you can also always take the light rail down to the Scaly Bark station, and then we will bus you over to the course. CATS is ready, prepared, and has ample staffing to handle individuals. So this is an event, an extraordinary event, an extraordinary opportunity for not only the city of Charlotte, but also the community, to highlight all that we have to offer, and we are really excited about this event coming next week. So any questions that you may have? Yes, ma'am.
Two questions. One, is CATS providing the light rail for free to people that are ticketed to the President's Cup?
That's a great question, and we will check on that. I will check on that. Of all the meetings I've had, I have not heard that brought up, but certainly, you know, I would expect there are some free shuttles that you can take from the convention center, particularly for individuals that are from out of town and staying at the hotels uptown. You can take a free shuttle at the convention center to the course there.
I know in the past, like Wells Fargo, CATS did allow anyone with a ticket.
That's a fantastic question, and we will get you an answer. And you know, we really do encourage individuals who are curious about traffic to follow our Twitter at CMPD. We will certainly put real-time not only road closures out there, but also traffic updates as well. And we will have real-time access to see all the roads in and around the golf course. Second question.
Is it being confirmed, will the President be traveling to Charlotte as the honorary chair, and what challenges does that provide for CMPD?
Well, certainly we have hosted the Wells Fargo Championship for a number of years here in the Queen City, but the addition of, by nature of the name, the President's Cup, President Biden is the honorary chairman. We have not received any confirmation that he is coming at this point. However, we are ready as an organization for not only the president, but dignitaries, heads of state, anybody who might be watching and want to come visit. We are ready for them to come, and that will certainly add a new wrinkle. Certainly, if the president does come, we'd have significant traffic impacts, and we will make sure that we share that on our social media.
Is that something you folks planned for, though, just in case? Is that...
We have planned for every contingency.
Having prepared for Wells Fargo year after year, what are the main differences between that and the President's Cup besides VIPs and dignitaries' arrival?
Yeah, there's a couple of unique challenges. The President's Cup is a lot smaller in terms of the number of golfers that are playing. So Thursday and Friday, there's only 5 groups. During a traditional tournament, there's about 10 to 12 hours worth of tee times on Thursday to Friday, starting from daylight until mid-afternoon. And with the number of smaller groups, we do expect and we do anticipate a condensed arrival time for the number of guests. I mean, we expect anywhere of up to 40,000 guests to be at the course every single day. And so that will certainly be a unique challenge, going up and seeing how they handle the traffic and the number of spectators at the Ryder Cup last fall in Wisconsin was a unique opportunity, because that is sort of similar to this. But without the city hosting this event before, and it has been a number of years since it has been held in the United States. The last time was in 2017, and that was in New York, which obviously has a lot of commuters there. And so certainly the fact that people need to take buses and shuttles or ride shares to the course, and they don't have on-course parking is another unique challenge.
I know it's not your division, but how many officers will be out there doing the traffic, doing security for the event? And then what do you tell drivers or people using rideshare on how long to expect it to take once you get in that bottleneck of traffic to the tournament?
Well, certainly we do have experts that are utilizing their unique skill set, and there is companies that specifically will be handling the rideshare program. We do hope that there will be a expedited delay, but certainly, if you want to get there, I would certainly anticipate potential delays getting there as well as leaving because of the condensed time of when the event starts, number of groups that go off. We do expect, certainly an hour from when the gates open to an hour after the gates open. So that 2-hour window, we do expect a majority of people to come. And then on top of that, you have the simple fact of the number of ride shares, the availability, and the scarcity of that. So certainly I think that is something individuals should consider before leaving their house. Well, I think that the best way and the easiest way is to take the light rail and utilize the light rail because of the proximity to the course. And how quickly and expeditiously we can get people away from the course.
What is the demand of officers there? I mean, it's a huge event. We can expect to see a lot of them, but how many are going to be on hand out there? Yeah,
a lot of it will depend on the day. Certainly, Saturday is the longest day that we expect at the course with, play beginning shortly after sunrise and ending shortly before sunset. So the number of officers that we're going to have, I don't want to get into the specifics, but we will certainly have ample number of officers, not only at the course, but also managing the traffic. We have officers, everybody in the department is aware of this event, as well as the additional unique challenge of on Sunday, the Carolina Panthers are hosting the New Orleans Saints at Bank of America Stadium. So, it's going to be a giant party in the city of Charlotte. Let's put it that way. Next weekend will be a unique opportunity, one that the city has never seen before.
I guess you find that most people that live down in the area have dealt with this for years. They know the Wells Fargo comes every May, and they kind of know the traffic pattern. You find that they're kind of, we know what's kind of going on this week?
Well, and that's when I spoke about the grace and courtesy that we really implore our residents to take. I think most people who live around that course, it's no secret. If you have not been there, this is not going to be a surprise. This has been an event that we have, the city has been planning for the last year and a half, and they have been building out at the course, the hospitality component of it, since April. So, we just implore and encourage our residents to demonstrate some of that Southern hospitality with grace and courtesy to our visitors coming to the Queen City. Yes, ma'am.
Question about the CMPD manpower. Does that budget come out of the city, or is it going to be reimbursed for?
It is paid for by the PGA Tour. So, yes,
How
ma'am.
does CMPD go about staffing a large event like this with your staffing shortages and those troubles?
Well, there's certainly a challenge. I mean, recruiting and retaining employees is one of our biggest challenges that we have right now, not only with the Mecklenburg Police Department, but all as a profession. It is an opportunity that we give our officers to work this in an off-duty capacity, and we have had a robust response. I think part of it is the uniqueness of it, and really the opportunity to be part of an international event.
Major, while I have you, not talking specifics, but from yesterday, there was an incident where officers had to open fire after feeling threatened themselves with a gun. Can you just talk generally into what your officers, the dangers they face when you have this type of crime that they're going after?
Yeah, certainly, being a police officer in today's, in 2022, is a unique challenge. Officers, I think, understand the dangers inherently. When you go through the police academy and you swear and take that oath of office to protect and serve, and there's some opportunities where you get to be in a world-class golf event, and then others, where you have to make those split-second decisions. So without getting into specifics about the case, we want everybody to be safe and secure. And, what's concerning is the number of firearms that people have out there. And, that certainly plays a factor in our response.
Still not specifics, but you've gone through the trainings, of course, the academy yourself. What goes through an officer's mindset when they're in that split-second decision in a neighborhood where you have a target that you're trying to shoot at, but you don't know where those bullets will end up in the neighborhood?
We're not going into any more of the training aspects. We're just going to keep it on the tournament. That's right.
Yeah, so that's something we can talk about offline.
Okay.
Anything else about the President's Cup? Yes, ma'am.
Was there some additional thoughts into the President's Cup, being that there has been a higher amount of gun concerns in Charlotte? Was that mapped out into, and I'm not sure if you're able to speak on it.
Well, certainly. I mean, I think that's something that when I can only speak for myself, and when I wake up and put on this uniform every single day, I understand that is a potential. And so I don't think that would necessarily influence someone's decision, but certainly we will have security out at the event. You cannot bring firearms into the event. Leave those at home. Don't leave them in your car. Leave those firearms at home. You cannot get in with a weapon.
Did you request any help from any of your counties, agencies to help you guys, or is this your baby?
At this point, right now, it is, we're a large enough agency that we can handle it ourselves. Now, if individuals do decide to come to the event, for example, the president, then that would be something that we would utilize some of our partner agencies. But at this point, it's solely the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department.
Again, with that weekend expected to swell up for the city between uptown and south area, are there going to be in outlying areas with extra DUI checkpoints? It's going to be this big party. How keeping an eye on DUI potential?
You know, I think certainly we are ready, and everybody, all the patrol divisions are amply staffed. Specifically about any sort of potential traffic checkpoints or not, you know, certainly encourage everybody not to drink and drive and utilize those ride shares. So the specific locations of those, I'm not aware of right now.
Do about 2 more.
Any other questions?
Are you guys going to get special hats from the President's Cup?
We might. You'll have to come out and see. But we really appreciate everybody coming today. It is such an honor and a privilege to speak on behalf of all of our City of Charlotte departments here. And just know that we are ready and willing and going to have a great week. So thank you very much for coming.